issue.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a mental health issue. I think it might be a little bit more praised within our community for the male to, you know, have these sexual encounters like at an early age, and so you might be passing down. Now, could that be, you know, trauma? Could that be a mental health? I mean, it could be, but
Hold on, what community? Because we didn't preach that in my house.
well, not necessarily that it's preached in your house, but I feel like it's advertised. It's advertised within a lot of like the music or whatever to be like sex. You know what I'm saying? Like it's advertised for me to be, you know, me as a black woman. I'm supposed to be like you was talking about twerking. I'm supposed to be twerking or whatever and stuff like that. I'm supposed to have on the shorts and all the different stuff, whatever. And so, and within those videos, you have the males that are. Dropping the dollars or whatever, like at the girls. What is yeah. Make
Well,
it
they got
rain,
the money
whatever.
gun now.
Yeah, what is that called? Yeah,
They got the money
make it
gun
rain,
now.
whatever. And so it's like it's they both are feeding off of each other. Like so far as for that particular like attention, not necessarily it wasn't in my household either, but it's kind of accepted a little bit within the community though.
I think you're right. What do you think, Miss King?
Yeah, I think something definitely wrong with little Boosie. I think maybe something happened to him. He may have been sexually abused.
Abuse, yeah.
And sometimes when young men are sexually abused, they don't look at it as abuse. They
Yeah.
look at it as a conquest, a conquer. And they go to school and tell their little friends, you know.
I got
Correct.
this older
But
woman.
when they get older, you know, they learn that
Yeah, that affects them.
it was abuse.
Yeah, my goal in high school was to, excuse my, I guess sex ain't a bad word, but it is kids in here, to have sex. With an adult woman. So one of my teachers, I thought she was really pretty. It's like, oh, that'll be my goal. And it was like, if I could do that,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like, but reality, that would be like me thinking. And I even talked to an older woman. I remember my mama running her off like that old B word. And it's like, I'm like, Mama, you tripping? You hate? But it's like,
She hating.
yeah. And I'm looking at it as a kid though. At the same time, it's like I'm 17. That woman's like 35. And she had a kid of almost my age.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah, that's
But
good idea.
what's I think it's more criticized when it's a man as the younger age versus a woman as the younger
Right.
age. It's more acceptable when a man is the younger age. At the same time, it's the same thing. Because I have friends who mess with older women as kids, and that woman's never got in trouble, or it was never,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a toxic acceptable standard.
Yeah, it's a little odd, but I'm glad I didn't. I've been messed up even more than what I was in my youth. I'm
I'm
good
glad your
now.
mama was hating.
Oh yeah, I was. You don't know what we talking about. You
Right.
laugh. That's funny. So I would like to open this next question up to the floor and the panel, of course. So I want to ask, just like, when you face mental health issues, how have you conquered it or faced it? Like, what did you do to get over it? Or did you just, you know, admit defeat to it? Like, how did you conquer it? So I want to open up to y'all first, and then we can get some, if anybody from the floor has any input on that, we can do that as well.
I just started managing my relationships to people and to things like my food. Really just controlling that, you know, our interactions and what I would allow or not allow.
Come through boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. Healthy boundaries. You know, that's what I started doing.
Yeah, mine, it'll never be conquered long as we live in this system of things. We all imperfect, but like you said, I can manage it. I manage my mental health issues.
Okay. I've dealt with the mental health issues with seeking help, professional help, licensed help, counseling. I think I've, you know, I think it's okay to still pray through, you know, some things as well, mixing prayer with it, mixing counseling. I've always been, you know, prone to like writing. Writing has been very, very beneficial for me within my mental health, as well as, you know, surrounding myself like with nature, like water and stuff like that. Yeah, those are the things that's been, you know, the most beneficial. Yeah, right.
Nature, yeah.
Right. Hey, yeah, those are the things that's been the most beneficial for me. But also, yeah, a lot of different personal development as well. I like this movie that I watch probably weekly, and I take something different from it on a regular basis. It's called The Secret, and it's based off of the law of attraction. And so ultimately what it is you saying things, whatever it is that you're focusing like your energy on is what it is that you're going to attract more of in your life. And so making sure that I'm aware, that I'm conscientious of what it is that I'm focusing on, whether it be within my mindset, whether it be something that I'm writing or something that I'm actually like speaking, and like altering that and changing that so the way I can manifest what it is that I truly want versus the negative. So that's something that's been very beneficial for me as well.
Amazing. What about you, Dr.
Man,
Tuepenz?
so you know what I had to do? I had to go down to Bob Davis. I had to get 12 crawfish, right? Then you had to get 10 oysters. Then I had to go down to Lake Hefner and I had to get 10 she-shells, right?
Right.
And so I'm just making this up.
Right.
Nah, what I do now is it's this book called Atomic Habits. And it's a real cool book by James Clear. It's actually on YouTube for free. And so what the book teaches you to do is to replace that negative thinking habit or whatever that negative habit is with something positive. So one of my flaws is my road rage. I get tired of, I hate driving because I don't have to deal with everyone's problem of poor driving. So as a result, I'm like, well, damn, the light's green. Let's hit the gas. Let's do this. Let's get some money. But everybody's not living like that. And so instead of getting mad, I say, God bless you, you non-driving mother lover. Okay. God bless you. But I want God to bless them. And I say it and I mean it. When I say it, I mean it. So instead of cursing them, I bless them. And so that's one way I work on just replacing the negative habits with something positive. Because no matter what, like Ms. King said, we're constantly coping. It's going to happen. Something is good today, then tomorrow is going, it's going to be something else. It's sunny, it's hot today, and then it was cold earlier this week, and I was like, what's going on? So that's kind of how life, like the seasons. When it's your season to be, warm and free, be. But when it's time to rain, you got to deal with the pain. And if it rhymes, it's true.
So I can definitely say that Drew's top 5 worst drivers I've ever rode in the car with. I'm not gonna name the other 5, but yeah, I'm holding on to I'm like pushing my imaginary brakes. Yeah, it's not the other drivers. It's definitely not the other drivers. It's like, wow, we say 30 miles per hour on this street. We're at 75.
Man, you right now.
And we're yanking on the brakes at the stoplight. So those are all great answers, obviously. Everything is by experience, like I said, anecdotal. For me personally, how I handle things, I don't, like words, like I said earlier, like words don't affect me, and that's the same way I look at issues. It's like if it's out of my control, why am I stressing over it? It's like it's a waste of my time. It's like it has no benefit to me. So why am I stressing? I'm not saying I was always like this either. At a point in my life, I was stressing over them. I was like, oh man, I got a D on my grade, whatever my issue was. And it's like I break out in hives. I didn't even know what hives was. The doctor was like, you stressing out? I was like, what the hell is stress? Mm-hmm. But like things that I can't control now, it's like why am I worried about them? It's like they're out of my control now. So it's like I just deal with them, handle them accordingly. I can do what I can do. And it's like whatever happens, happens. Like it's like I just take accountability how I got there and how I can get away from that issue. So it's like, why am I worried about things that's out of my control? That's my personal opinion. But I would like to open this question up to the floor if anybody else has some input. If not, that's fine too. You say what, Sean? No.
What was the question?
So the question was, let me ask you. When faced with mental health issues and obstacles in your life, how did you handle it?
So I think it's like, for me, I'm from Michigan, by the way. So I grew up outside of Detroit. And I wanted to speak to that topic of gang violence, right? I think it is it's a response to trauma. I don't think it stems from trauma. I think it's just a response to trauma. But repeat the question, I'm sorry.
Sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead, I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to pause. I know exactly how this ends, but I have